After iDubbbz took repeated blows to the head, his brain successfully reset it and has finished updating, and now he's responded. And apparently the reason is because he was terrified of jeopardizing the entire event. He didn't want to make it about Froggy Fresh, so instead he waited after the event. Makes sense. Yeah, you don't want to make it all about yourself, you know, because then there would probably be people talking about like, oh, you know, iDubbbz is making it about himself. So I totally understand. Now the reason why he kicked out Froggy Fresh was apparently because he was collaborating with Sam Hyde.
The main reason Froggy was kicked from the card was for collaborating with Sam Hyde,
which confirms everyone's suspicion. So congratulations, iDubbbz. You deserve a hand across the face, because it's like, bro, why weren't you blunt about this from the very beginning? Now, aside from the entire elimination process for Froggy Fresh, I did get the impression when he first got eliminated from the card that he was innocent, that he wasn't causing much harm. I thought that Froggy Fresh was the kind of guy that goes to a strip club and convinces girls that they're a lot better than this. However, after watching the iDubbbz video, I am now convinced that Froggy would probably take a selfie with the devil. iDubbbz in his video was talking about how Froggy continued to post Sam Hyde content, even though Froggy said that he wouldn't.
I was like, I don't think you should be telling me when I can't release content. Like, this is my career. It's what I do for a living.
But you complied with it, right?
But I was going to anyways, but I didn't like people telling me that. I thought that was out of line.
I don't know why he's saying that he was planning on waiting to post Sam Hyde content. We have the Twitter timeline of him nonstop posting Sam Hyde content. It's fucking weird.
It's fucking weird is not a good argument, iDubbbz. You know what's something that I really wonder? What does the contract say? Because if there's some provision on that contract and Froggy agreed to it, then I can kind of understand why iDubbbz would castigate and ostracize Froggy from the event. However, I think that even putting it in a contract is a little too much. This whole thing definitely seems like it's personal, and I agree with Froggy. Now, if you pause the video when he was showcasing all of the text messages, you will see that in the text messages, Froggy states that you should not mix business with personal relationships. Froggy definitely takes a win there. I agree with him. Another thing that was quite surprising to me was that Froggy was attempting to start real drama, which to my understanding, from the first few tweets and videos that Froggy released about a month ago, I thought that he was just poking fun at Anissa, and that was it. I didn't know that there was an unreleased episode happening behind the scenes.
Actually, no, I will give you a warning if I think you have good intentions. The problem is when you tweet shit out like this and you have the text message exchange that Froggy had with me, I don't think you have good intentions. You're like trying to like ruin a relationship between me and one of my friends. But he basically reiterated that same thing in a Twitter space.
When I was at fucking Denny's, I was all like telling them, yo, Dad's a fucking savage. And they're all like, no, Dad doesn't spar with high-level fucking competition. Ian and Anissa, like, that's the way these motherfuckers are. And then they got Dad, like, riding for them. They're all like, they don't even fucking give a fuck about him.
If this was happening before Froggy got ostracized and kicked off the roster, then I can definitely understand where iDubbbz is coming from. I wouldn't want somebody like that creating tension in the atmosphere. Imagine if you have a couple of your close friends and then you have another person who's joining the roster, and then all of a sudden this person is just kind of spreading rumors, potential rumors, because we don't even know if they're true. But apparently this is what was going on in the group. A lot of unnecessary drama that doesn't need to exist. However, I wasn't there, so I don't know who to believe. Although objectively, I will state that iDubbbz, for now, seems to have the screenshots, seems to have the videos to prove what he's stating. However, Froggy hasn't really came out with an entire video with evidence. I don't know if he will. But for now, it seems like iDubbbz is a little more credible than Froggy at the moment. Overall, there really isn't much that I can go with, because even though iDubbbz is putting his part, I still haven't seen what Froggy Fresh, like what he experienced. Although he did talk about this in various podcasts with Keemstar, and he was just tweeting out certain details. I don't know if he will make a video about this, because we need to see more evidence, especially from Froggy's side. All in all, I will say that iDubbbz is being completely destroyed in the comment section. iDubbbz has lost a ton of respect amongst the YouTube community. And if you guys know anything about iDubbbz, he was extraordinarily respected during his time when he first came onto the scene. If there was a bronze statue of him erected, no birds would ever shit on it. That's how much respect was given to this man. Now people are coin tossing pennies into whales wishing him misfortunes. So it's pretty insane to me to see that entire comment section just lighting up iDubbbz. If you compare it to a comment section from before, you will see the stark difference and the amount of respect they had for this character. Another thing that I noticed from this entire iDubbbz situation is that there's people that continue to talk about how they long for the days of Kickstarter crap or content cop. There were so many content creators that were caught in iDubbbz crosshairs. I want to go ahead and pay tribute to a couple of them. Let's go ahead and start off with Sean Bishop.
Dear YouTube, my name is Pisces Sakono, and I'm here to say, fuck you, iDubbbz!
Why do I feel like this guy believes that if he flaps his arms hard enough that he will be able to fly? Some say he's still yelling to this day. We also got this legend and Hall of Famer Lucic Diamond Eyes.
My name is Lucic Diamond Eye, and this is Paul, check this out.
Oh, you can do that pretty good.
Thank you, my man.
Excellent. Yeah,
absolutely.
You, bro.
Sounds good, man. Fucking degenerate.
Dude, this guy is faker than a Pokemon card in a quarter machine. I would say that unfortunately his life did not turn out exactly how he wanted it to turn out.
I'm done on this YouTube channel. This is it. I don't have anything, dude. I don't have. I got discovered like 8 years ago by somebody in the Hollywood industry, and he told me, my friend, that we were meant to be a comedy duo, and nothing's happened for 8 years. So I've been putting stuff on YouTube to try to get famous, and it's not working out. Have a nice life, YouTube. Peace out.
I'm sure that you're gonna find some way, shape, or form to finally become relevant. Just keep at it. Now, the last and final content creator. This dude is perhaps the most hilarious content creator I've ever laid eyes on. And I was shielding my eyes. And I've also never forgotten his smile. And I'm not about to start. Ladies and gentlemen, Dayron Arias. This guy has explored every corner of the friend zone. But it's awesome to see him. It's been a long time since I've laid eyes on Dayron Arias. He has a YouTube channel, believe it or not. This is his channel right here. He doesn't really upload as much, but whenever he wants to or he feels like it, he'll make a comeback every year or so. Still a great guy. You can see him, go check him out. Although that plagiarism is quite unforgiving.
He's also a big fan of having these quotes around his magazine that finish with -Dayron Arias, but all of them are taken directly off of Google. Yes, even the small little blurbs that he could easily make up himself. Oh wow, a full 2-page spread of Dayron's face. That's exactly what this magazine needed. 2 more pages. Make that 6 pages of Dayron's face.
Yeah, man, I don't know what you were thinking doing that. I want to go ahead and end it with this, okay? I don't think iDubbbz will ever return to this content. People say that Anissa's to blame, that Anissa changed him or castrated his masculinity. I don't know. I really don't know if that's the case. Because throughout this entire video, I ended up finding something that was quite interesting. There were signs that iDubbbz wanted to quit even before people even knew about Anissa. And this is what I ended up finding, all thanks to Just Jargon. He ended up doing some research into all the victims from the Kickstarter craps. I highly suggest you guys go check that out. But this little excerpt is from an iDubbbz Kickstarter video. And this was probably posted on the second Kickstarter crap video before he made his last one. And look what he says.
I was considering not continuing this series because I'm not exactly the same relatable, happy guy looking ass that I used to be. The sort of the trash can iDubbbz who would pull empty energy drink cans out of the trash can and use it as a camera mount. But I still think it's good to make these videos because it gives me an opportunity to say the same message I was saying back then, which is live within your means and don't waste your money on stupid shit.
He was already saying this 6 years ago. So for people to say that, Anissa stepped in and castrated him, I don't know if that's the case. I really don't know, because even during this time, he was still creating Content Cop, and I don't even know if he was even passionate about it. And every single time iDubbbz talks about how it hurt people, the people that I think about are people like Jinx. Do you guys remember Jinx? Maybe even Leafy is here. I don't know if you guys know this, but apparently Leafy is here. He is like under a really bad drug addiction.
Oh, I'm gonna have to do an intervention with Leafy.
Talk to Leafy like 3 times a month. 2 of those times, he's cracked out of his fucking mind. You know?
Hasn't he always been like that though? Like forever?
True, but it's like bad now because he's like a grown-up. Like,
yeah, true.
I don't know, dude. I think my boy be doing like drugs, alcohol, like every day, dude.
I don't know why. I mean, I'm sure it's not because of the content cop. Jinx, however, you know, ever since his downfall back in 2015 or 16 or 17, he hasn't been the same. Supposedly, he almost went homeless about a year ago.
At this point, I'm just like, I don't know. I'm just like a lost soul out here just fucking wandering. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I don't know what life is doing to me. I don't know what's happening. All I know is that I'm losing.
Which is some pretty crazy stuff. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and just leave it there. That's pretty much all I got for you guys. And yeah, hopefully you guys learned something today.